After 23 years of marriage and a year of failed couples counseling, I asked my wife if she had been faithful to me. Her answer took 3 days. I'm a 52-year-old man, and at the time, my wife was 51. Our marriage had been on the rocks for years, and despite spending 14 months in therapy, nothing improved. She outright refused to try the counselor's suggestions. No date nights, no exercises, no effort. What she did excel at was blaming me for everything. After therapy ended, I started feeling like something was off, like there was a deeper reason behind her resentment and coldness. Guilt, maybe? Shame? It felt easier for her to project her frustrations onto me than to face whatever was going on. My suspicions grew, and I began questioning if I had been too trusting throughout our marriage. One night, lying in bed, and mind you, this was during years of a sexless marriage, I gently asked her if there was anything she felt guilty about, anything we needed to address. She instantly became defensive, claiming she didn't know what I meant. I assured her that whatever it was, I loved her, and we could work through it together. Instead of answering, she pressed me for an example. So I asked directly, "Have you been faithful to me?" Her reaction was explosive. For 10 minutes, she berated me, calling the question offensive, throwing out insults, and questioning why I'd even ask. But she didn't answer. The next evening, she brought it up again, doubling down on how despicable it was for me to even suggest infidelity. Then she said something that hit me like a ton of bricks. "There are many things about me that you'll never know, and I'm entitled to a private life." When I asked if those private things interfered with our marriage, she admitted they did. At that point, I told her I didn't see the point of working on our relationship if she wasn't going to be honest. On the third day, she finally asked me if I'd been faithful. Without hesitation, I said, "Yes, 100%. She paused and said, "Well, to answer your question, I've never had an affair. I let it go, but inside, I knew it was over." There were countless reasons why I eventually left, but that moment solidified it. I stayed for 9 more years. For our 3 kids, one of whom is disabled, and the others were struggling with mental health. I loved her. I didn't believe in divorce, and I wanted to give it my all. But walking away was the best decision I've ever made. Now my life is infinitely better, free from the toxicity, the gaslighting, and the constant feeling of being unworthy. If someone takes 3 days to answer whether they've been faithful, what does that say about them? And about your marriage? Are you willing to wait for answers that might never come? Or is it time to take control of your happiness?